Alright guys, I'm back. So, what happened was, live streaming had crashed
But
my
your
internet.
body is taken
So, that's why.
care of before it begins to decompose.
This has happened before, by the way, when I was playing Red Dead.
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Now I'm gonna do that.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Uh-oh.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number.
Yeah, welcome back, Drogon. So yeah, live streaming had crashed my internet. So it fixed itself, luckily. So hopefully that does not happen again.
2,
But we'll see.
8, 4, 5. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wait, what was it? I wasn't paying attention. Was it 845? I wasn't paying attention.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination.
So
If he knew the 2, 8, 4, 5. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway. Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
I still can't jump. The heck? Man, my spacebar still.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Oh, okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off.
Run.
But what precious moments each one of them is.
Very slowly.
More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless, to see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Okay then.
Just a step through this door.
Now I'm gonna try and open
Stanley
every
thought to
single
himself,
door.
that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh. Okay then, I guess we're going on the left. I want to get the one where it like send you to other games.
Yet there was not a
After that.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh no, not that one. That's the one where he goes insane. That's just the loop one. Okay. Huh. Oh, this game is where that song came from, really? Wait, what? I swear I've heard this elevator music before. What? Oh, I see how it is. Okay. I see.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. but his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
Nope.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
I'm the boss now.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Oh no.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Let's just say my W key
At
is
this
stuck.
point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
I have to escape. Go, go, go. Oh, he was actually telling the truth? Oh, wait, no.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous
heck is
metal
this?
jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What the heck is this? Okay.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
The narrator's
When
gone,
every
isn't he?
path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
What the
Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Okay. Interesting. That, okay. Huh. The office. Okay. Okay, so this is literally like a behind the scenes of the game. Okay. I get it. Okay. I really don't get it, but okay. It's very quiet now that the narrator's not here anymore. May 2012, yeah. Down desk. What the heck is the freedom ending? Huh? Office clock.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Perfect example of poor level design.
Where the heck is he?
Mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. But of course...
Oh, they were just recordings, okay.
Spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just gonna make this.
Yeah, there was a door that had exit written on it, which I do want to go to. What was that?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not.
That's actually just
Sometimes
spoiled
these
the
things
entire
cannot
game.
be
Okay.
seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it.
In this?
Don't
No.
let time choose for you. Don't let time choose.
Oh. Yeah, okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, so there's two
When
doors.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
There's other rooms there.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
What is this?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that
Says the guy who tried to kill me in the mind control.
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
What the heck?
This is
I don't
it,
have a
Stanley.
wife.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your
I
work
wish I did,
aside,
but I don't.
to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to...
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting.
I
I'm just
can't
pulling the
move.
bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Oh.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work.
Wait a second.
One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life. But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Wait, is this really the computer's time? Oh, wait, what? This is the real time. Huh. Press 8. I'm pressing 8. Oh, you mean this 8?
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer. That as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself.
Devolving
but he won't listen to me.
into
He won't stop.
the
Here,
desk.
watch
Okay.
this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay, I won't do it. I'm resisting the urge to press V to be at work in the morning. by the way, tomorrow's Saturday, so that's not possible. Okay, I don't think anything's gonna happen.
You see? Can he just not
hear?
hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Press 6 to question.
I suppose I
nothing.
can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again.
Wait, what?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again.
Wait, what?
And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Why did it look too different?
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'm just gonna do the opposite of everything that he says.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Okay, I want to get back onto that platform. Because I want to go down there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you.
That is the guy who who successfully did kill me in the mind control facility by blowing it up.
To show you
I'm just saying.
something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay, I'm gonna do the blue doors first, and then next time I'm gonna do the red doors.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
What about the gray door? No. Blue door.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Okay.
You see?
Where am I?
There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed
Bro,
developer textures.
imagine seeing this in real life.
Is this what you had wanted?
Imagine just
Was it
walking into a room and
worth
just seeing
ruining the
this.
entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
It's a very surreal game, I'll say that. Bro, if it actually says my actual Steam username, I swear. Nope, it does not. There's only... I have a feeling there's more than 9,000 people who have played this game on Steam. A dead rat is offline. Okay. Alright, I've seen all I need to see. That's cool.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
1.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Well.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for...
This game was made in the early 2010s, to be fair.
About 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that this game had surround sound.
You heartless bastard.
I didn't
do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What other games are we gonna play? Minecraft.
Well, Stanley, is this any better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game I had absolutely nothing to do with.
This is the old
but is it enough?
Right
Tell me
here.
that, Stanley. Will it ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Okay.
This will go here. No, here. And then...
It's got the old sounds, isn't it? This is an old version of Minecraft.
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off...
It's like in the beta version of the game.
It's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. Ah, but you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable. Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
What? Oh, yeah. Okay. Hey. It's actually playing C418's music. That's cool. So I am a Minecraft YouTuber, so I do know a lot about Minecraft. I think the song is called Door, which is very ironic because of what happened earlier in this game. This song also does not play in the normal gameplay.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No. Can I go with here? Oh, nope.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind.
I'm
looking for something more narrow and linear.
Okay, so I've accidentally tried to press E to open my inventory. That's how much I play Minecraft. Yeah.
Yeah. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Oh. Right before zombie. What game are we playing now? Yo, Portal. I still have to complete this game, by the way.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it.
This looks exactly like Portal because Stanley Parable is actually a Source Engine game, and so is Portal, so it literally looks exactly like Portal.
Trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed
I wonder how Mojang and Valve are okay with this.
to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
What? I didn't realize you could do that. Oh.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
I've played this game. I
Genius.
still have to complete this game. Oddly enough, I haven't completed Portal 2, but I haven't completed Portal 1 yet. I don't know why that is, but it just is.
No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any...
You know what? Nah, I'm gonna... No, just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
wiser for the experience. Which is why, rather than...
Oh, we're back. Okay, we're back. What the heck? What the heck happened here? Okay, I can't see. That's one thing. Oh. So Stanley Parable's all banned now and broken. That's wonderful. There you go. The heck? Okay. Okay, so maybe not back there. Oh.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it, down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon.
I'll be back.
Very soon.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I can wait.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I am going to go do some stuff real quick. So I'm actually gonna read the chat first. Okay. So Joke1470 is here. Yeah. Oh hey, what's up, Melda? And yeah, I'm finally streaming again after a couple months. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to go AFK and do a couple stuff. I'll be right back. Alright, everyone, I'm back. Hello. I'm back. Okay, yep. Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing? What I was doing, I was basically putting, like, pizza in the fridge, and I was also feeding the dogs. So, yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
So, I'm gonna do a...
he
more
entered the
stuff
door on
this,
his left. This
like,
was not
pathway.
the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded. Butterflies in his
I
stomach.
want to know how do you get the adventure line? 'Cause that's the one I was seeing, like, the screenshots
Giddy in
of
a
and
way, but
stuff.
eager to get back to
Yeah.
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, yeah. By the way, I'm trying something new for once. And I am trying to wear headphones. And so far, it's not that bad because my microphone actually plays back, like, the audio from it. One of the reasons why I didn't like headphones is because I can't really hear myself when I talk with headphones on. And this microphone seems to have fixed that issue. So, yeah, maybe I'll start wearing headphones more from now on, but we'll see.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Ouch.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
What? I don't know how to
100%
convince you of
yes.
this, but I really do want
I
to
swear,
help you,
yes.
to show you something beautiful.
100%.
Look, let me prove it.
Why,
Let me
yes,
prove that
yes.
I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I feel like this part should have been... was, like, designed to be done earlier in the game.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I want it to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution.
What is that?
Here,
I mean-
let me show you.
Oh, okay.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes.
What the heck?
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Yeah, we're in space, and there's a weird music playing. This is indeed very joyful. Okay. What's down here?
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Nah. I'm going back here.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here. No! What did we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You are going to stay here, aren't you?
Uh-oh.
You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
Nah. Trying to find every single piece of dialogue, which I'm probably going to fail horribly at.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
What? Did I just have to do this? Oh, I see.
No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to... Yes, perhaps you can. Perhaps you finally see what I'm talking about. I know you'll see that we can't be happy if we leave this place. You can see that, can't you? No, perhaps not.
Okay. Dream On by Aerosmith plays. Just like the Kratos song meme.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask.
Oh.
It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh. I like how it just cuts off mid-sentence. How the heck do you get the adventure line, though? That's what I want to know.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic, like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made sense, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Then I'll do it.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What's up here? That's what I want to know.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Okay.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Very good.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh, is this the adventure line? Nope. How the heck do you unlock that?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
I want to go this way, but I guess I'll go this way. Oh, yeah, here. Okay. Where am I going exactly? Oh, okay, I see.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Like what I'm saying, or did I go through this? Wait, okay. Okay. Go back to where we started. Okay.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay.
Now this... well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story?
This is when the
I don't
office was
think
under
so.
construction.
I
maybe.
can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
What even is that place, I wonder? Okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Okay, let's go. Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Yay.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though,
I'm gonna follow
here's
exactly
a thought.
where the line is.
Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
copyright, by the way.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Wow, very early 2010s graphics. Okay. Should make this desktop wallpaper. Yeah, like that. Okay.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Nope. This is the part where all the doors were locked.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Okay.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Like how it
We're
says
intelligent
trademark.
people, right? Why can't we
Adventure
make up
line
our own
trademark.
story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
That sounds bad. That sounds catastrophic.
Now,
okay, we'll
yes,
try it.
this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
This game does not follow the laws of physics. I'll say that.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Yeah, the line, though. How am I supposed to walk like that, I wonder? Oh, there it goes. Okay, nice.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up, what's this?
Oh, both the doors go to the
Confusion
same
ending.
room. Okay.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what?
Okay,
Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Uh-oh.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
Yes, we
Will
did.
someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
What the heck was that? What the heck was that? Okay, now what?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
That was
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. That was weird.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might come into a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
I actually guessed it right.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Speedrun this. Speedrun. Still can't jump.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens.
Yeah,
What
I was up there
horrible
last
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the
Expanding
strength
spacebar
to
still.
find out?
Okay. Alright, speedrun time. I'll press button, so. Okay, here we go.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the
Someone got
number
fired.
of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many
What the-
individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where
Yeah,
freedom
this is
meant
like up there
nothing.
somewhere, I think. Oh yeah, right there. Yeah.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He
Refused to
couldn't
believe.
accept it.
Pirate.
His own life in
Yar,
someone
dear.
else's control?
Yar.
Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible...
Off. Last time I did on, but no, we're gonna select off.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
It was off. It was
Yes.
over.
He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet,
it's not
even
gonna
as
be
the
real.
immense door slowly
Let me
opened,
guess.
Stanley
Knowing how this game
reflected on
is,
how
let
many
me guess.
puzzles still lay unsolved.
It was not real.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to
Wow, these graphics.
whatever life he
suck.
lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to
2010 is a
know.
very different time.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Let me guess, it's not real. Oh, maybe it
Stanley
is.
felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before
I don't
him.
want to go to Europe.
This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy. Wait, I beat the game? Yo, I beat the game. I actually beat the game. Okay. I did it. I beat the game. Well, that was a great game. That was a wonderful game. One game that I'll certainly play again in the future. So, oh yeah. So I guess that's that. So, Stanley Parable. Everyone has been talking about that game. I finally decided to play it. I think it was a pretty good game. I actually liked it. So I know there is like another version which is like kind of like a sequel called Ultra Deluxe or Ultra Deluxe, or which I might play at some point. I don't know when though. It is still on sale because of the summer sale, but maybe I'll play that sometime in the near future because it does have like, I think it even has like full on like a Stanley Parable 2 inside of it as well. So yeah. Anyways, guys, that was a fun game, and I'll definitely be playing more games like this in the future. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this live stream. My name is TyTyCamera, and as always, like to subscribe for epic videos and streams. And as always, I will catch you all in the next video. Goodbye.